we've had Scott on the call today, and what he's shown us is a raw Google Doc of the planning and the future execution to do with the trend token and the airdrop and the tokenomics. Okay. There is a little bit in there where Scott says none of this is legally binding. And this is the key thing, okay? This is the key thing. This is obviously very, very, very exciting. Scott gets excited, and Scott is Mr. Transparent. He wants to show you literally as much as he can without putting the business into jeopardy. So there he is with the sheets of paper saying, we need this, we've got this, we've got that, okay? Now, here's the thing. People are already emailing support saying, can I move to the vault for FinRev? It doesn't exist.
I was going to say that, Ian.
Exist, okay? This is the key thing.
Yeah, because people might confuse the existing vault with what Scott is saying. There's two different things. The existing vault is a different thing.
Completely different, okay? You've got Maincoin Millionaire. That's a completely different thing. It's got nothing to do with FinRev. So the FinRev on Hyperliquid Vault for trend, it does not exist. Okay. Now here's the next thing. Any FinRev members, okay, who've been with us for 1 day, 1 month, 1 year or more, you'll have seen the knowledge base. Yeah. You'll have seen the knowledge base. If you haven't seen the FinRev knowledge base, then it probably means that you haven't read anything in the group and you haven't done anything, okay? And you really should, because if you've seen the knowledge base, then you're going to answer your own question, because the questions are, will somebody tell us how to do this? Will somebody help us? Will somebody show us? If we have a knowledge base and we have coaches that are already doing this, and the airdrop is the biggest thing to ever happen to this company, chances are we're going to tell you how to do it. And we're going to tell you how to do it through emails, through notifications in the group, through the coaches, and through the knowledge base. Okay? So please do not email support asking to get with a coach to move your FinRev to Hyperliquid. It does not exist, okay? Got to be categorically clear about this. Scott also has gone through that document, okay, and he's given you the big outline, and things are subject to change, okay? So don't be, well, I'm this and that, and I'm this and that, and I'm, okay? Next thing, if you're a FinRev member, you are not going to miss out, okay? If you're a FinRev member, you are not going to miss out. So your job right now is simply to pay attention to Scott's emails or any other emails that come through, any notifications that come through from the team. When it happens, you will have all of the information that you need. Like anything else that we've ever done with FinRev, all of the information will be made available. Okay. Right. Nice one. Hey, Scott.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, guys.
Long time no see, man.
Hey, Richie. How are you, brother?
All good, mate. All good. All good. How about you? How's everything?
Man, that's so fucking exciting, dude. Like,
finally.
Dude, adding high frequency trading execution to our shit is gonna be ridiculous.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Well, wait until you meet Liquidity Goblin. He's like freakishly smart, like smarter even than James, smarter than Timon. Like he's like super autistic. Like
has he extra big head?
Oh, in Australia, they have this national disability insurance scheme where if you're like really badly disabled, you can get a government grant. And he was getting 200 grand a year in high school from the government because they thought he was going to end up in a home. He's like that kind of autistic. Can't have a driver's license.
Wow.
Doesn't have a driver's license autistic. That kind of autistic.
Wow.
Take him to Vegas, Rain Man autistic.
Oh no, he's exactly that level of, and you know, that's what you want to do. You want to find the most autistic motherfucker that you possibly can. That's exactly what you want to do. And so anyway, because all the other tech nerds like him, because he's like the smartest guy any nerds ever met, he's been able to poach for us the most senior developer from Boeing Defense Systems.
Holy shit. Wow.
Nice.
Who's currently working on encryption and encryption for battle space tactics systems. And we're going to bring him on. So we've got like two super nerd guys, and Jeff Marrison, who I've known for 25 years, who's a legitimate top 1,000 in the world guy. It's pretty fucking. Are we on live with all the people?
We are, yeah.
Yes.
Then I won't tell you guys how much trend allocation you're getting, because I just finished working. But I'll tell you privately. It's pretty fucking. You're gonna be fucking happy in a few minutes. I'll tell you fucking what. So anyway, so all these market makers, they're totally happy to list at 100 million market cap valuation. It's at 50 million now, and the language that I'm using is we're going to bill it as the fairest launch since Bitcoin. Which it is, because you can actually buy the fucking thing now. It's a free market. There's no pre-mine. There's no VCs. It's just us. It's a more generous airdrop than Hyperliquid, which it is. Hyperliquid airdropped 31%. We're going to airdrop 32% to our FinRev members. And we're going to engineer it to make the price go up forever. Because, the tokenomics, like mostly you hold a token, right? Like you hold fucking Aptos. They'll pay you for staking it, but they'll pay you in Aptos. What's the first fucking thing you do, Maurizio, whenever you get paid stake tokens?
Yeah, you basically sell it. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like that's it. And obviously you condition to the market anyway.
Okay, so we're not going to buy into that stupid game, because all it guarantees is that number go down. We're going to pay you for holding trend token, but we're going to pay you in USDC.
That's what we want.
So your stake rewards don't come in something that you're guaranteed to cheat on site. Your stake rewards come in USDC. That's
beautiful.
Beautiful, right? Like fucking beautiful. Gets better. We're going to turn the full weight and force of our sales machine, which is a mighty, mighty engine, on some Wolf of Wall Street shit selling the trend token. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to bring thousands and thousands of buyers. We're going to add, $50 to $100 million worth of marginal buying pressure every fucking year doing that. Because otherwise these guys are out of a job. Like, we're raising capital, $100 million valuation.
Nice. Man, that's the plan that I want to hear. That's the plan that I want to hear. Yeah.
It's a brilliant plan. So the plan, you want me to share that? You want me to talk about the plan while
people love it
as well, man. Yeah.
All right, let me get find it. I've got it up somewhere on my fucking screen.
Bob Evans, I think you are correct. He says if he wears muscle shirts like Scott, he'll make more money.
I knew he was going to do that.
At least his pants are on.
Oh, look, over there. No, over here. Oh. All right, I'm sharing. I'm serious. I'm naked. Okay, we got a 3-stage plan. Stage 1, October 1st, we're rolling out Hyperliquid this week, by the way. But it's Hyperliquid on individual accounts, exactly the same way it's always done, API keys. And all that. That's inefficient for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's an absolute ball ache to manage. It's technically complicated. We can do it in a vault on the Hyper EVM. So what this is technically, we're going to encapsulate the vault in a token called Trend Liquidity Pool. which follows the ERC 4626 standard, and it follows the layer 0 OFT standard, which means that it can be bridged to any of the layer 0 chains, which is 100 plus EVM chains, plus Solana, plus Aptos on the move. So depositing into the vault, when you deposit into the vault, it's an instant mint. So you can mint atomically. So you put 100 grand in the vault, you get 100 grand worth of TLP. Redeeming from the vault, it's subject to a 2-week wait. Why is it subject to a 2-week wait? Because otherwise people would work out what positions we have to take, dump $100 million into the fund, and then have us buy their own positions, and they'd fuck with us and then pull it out, and then people would be playing games with us like the hyperliquid exploiter. So it's a 2 wait, and it's rate limited to, we're probably going to make that 15%. And what this does is it allows us, if someone holds like 80% of the vault and they withdraw, if we have to sell 80% of our positions super quick, then it's going to fuck everyone else who's remaining in the vault, and we want to avoid that. But so you've got a 2-week wait to get your money back, but you can get it instantly. We put it on an AMM liquidity pool, probably Airdrop, and so users can sell out instantly if they don't want to wait 2 weeks. And you guys or anyone else can buy into the fund at a slight discount, probably like 0.25, 0.3% discount, which is worth doing. And so we'll have a market there. People who want to buy into the fund and people who want to sell out of the fund. The redemption calculation is done at the end of the wait with the user at the front of the queue. Redeems at net asset value, less probably a 0.5% redemption fee. Probably, we're unsure on specifics here. So, and the reason for that is if we have to sell a position, we can't be sure that we're going to get exactly what is in the position, right? So the trend token itself, following the layer 0 OFT standard, to receive your rewards in USDC, you have to stake your trend. Why is this important for us? Well, anyone who's got staked trend has it off the market. So they're not selling it. So there's only cunts buying it and they're not selling it. So what we're doing is we're engineering this to number go up. We're engineering it from the ground to go up. The user can get boosted yield. So you can get extra money in USDC by staking your trend and your TLP. So you stake both together. You stake the money you've got in the vault and you stake the trend and you get a boosted yield. Now, the catch is that we're going to be listing on Bybit, MEXC, Gate.io, every exchange except for Binance because they're scumbags. And the catch is that not everyone will be bothered fucking staking it. Not everyone is technically competent enough to stake it. A lot of people just want to leave it on exchange, right? You leave it on exchange, you get nothing. 20% of the profits So what are we charging people to be in this vault? We're charging a 2% AUM management fee, which goes to the company to keep the lights on, pay you guys wages. We're charging 20% of the profits we make after high watermark. So what that means is until we're at all-time high profits, no one gets charged a thing. We're doing a weekly sweep of profits in USDC, because don't forget, the vault is earning money in USDC. There's no reason to do this magic bean bullshit. Like, we pay out to the users in USDC. What percentage of users will stake their trend? Not all of them, right? What do you estimate the total supply that will be staked, Maurizio? Yes, just ballpark, finger in the air.
I'll say 10%.
Well, it'll be more than that because all of us will stake it. The company will stake it.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Okay. In terms of the whole supply, yeah, probably at least 25, 30%. Yeah.
I would say higher. I would say about 50%.
Okay.
Probably even a little bit higher. But let's say 50% of supply is staked. 20% of the profits we earn go to those trend people. They're not getting 20% of the profits. They're probably getting 40% of the profits. They're getting 20% of the profits shared between a smaller pool. So it becomes very, very, very advantageous to stake.
Definitely.
Now, The other part of it is right now we execute once a day, which is okay for trend. It's not okay for other things. We're moving to high frequency trading, which means we can execute on a 15-second timescale. Now, Dark Forest Research and Liquidity, if you follow him, Liquidity Goblin on Twitter, they're actually a lot better at high frequency trading than I thought they were. They're the second or third fastest HFT DeFi traders. Because this guy's super autist. They're better than Wintermute and market making. So we're going to be at the very top rank of trading firms. So what do we have to do? Our current system calculates our positioning and also calculates the features once every hour so that we can work out cross-sectional features. So a cross-sectional feature means that we're taking the trend weights for everything and then saying go long the 50%, short long the top 50%, short the bottom 50%. And that's what's called a delta neutral feature, a feature that doesn't take a bet on market direction. Pure trend features take a bet on market direction. It's not necessary to get them right. Because if you get a pure trend feature wrong, all that happens is you're going along some garbage trash coin that's probably going to go up anyway. We can get this down with our current infrastructure to 5 minutes. That's still pretty slow. Because we're using polars to calculate. Timon is learning Rust, and he's going to rewrite the whole engine in Rust, so we can get it. He thinks he can get it down to 10 seconds.
Wow. Okay.
So that's the big upgrade that Timon has to do. And we've got this new guy who's been with us for nearly 3 months now. He's ex-Twitter, ex-Salesforce, senior guy, 20-year guy. He'll be doing some of this too. So, okay, what do we need to do? We need a bunch of automated tests on Hyperliquid to make sure it doesn't break or do stupid shit like Bybit did recently. We need to rewrite the feature calculation in Rust, pulling WebSocket data from Hyperliquid to calculate the positions continuously. And so right now we're doing a snapshot and a snapshot. We need to calculate it continuously because we're working on 15-second timeframes. Robot James is quanting new features now. He's actually banging some hot Japanese chick as we speak, so he's not doing his quanting now, but he'll get to it this week. Our friend of the company, Macrocephalopod, who runs a $800 million crypto fund, he's the best quant that we all know, and he's given us the exact blueprint to make intraday trend work. So he's told us basically what he does with his system, and James is just quanting it out. And we're adding new features: intraday seasonality, open interest, average daily volume, open interest, average daily volume, and Timon makes a point that the users are going to need a front end. How are we doing this? We're doing it all inside a smart contract, and the smart contract is written by one of the world's premier Solidity devs, which is this guy, who also happened to be my developer when. He was my CTO when some of you know that I was like a very early to porn entrepreneur, like when there was like half a dozen people doing it. And so this guy has been responsible for years before Skype. He did the world's first video conferencing at scale because porn was 80% of the internet then. Not for me, for someone else who I poached him from. He did the world's first affiliate program. He did the world's first e-commerce systems. He's written his own operating systems in assembler language. He's like super, super smart guy. He's not autistic, but he's an autism whisperer. So he deals all day just so he can talk to them. Yeah, you can take a look at Jeff's stuff at 2 Tons. So the security side of this is the critical part. So what we're having is a smart contract that handles all the hedge fund side of things, the redemptions, the in, the out. What we have to make sure is that is audited. No one can steal our money. No one can fuck it up. Like there's a lot to get wrong, and we have to get it right. So timeline. Let me grab a timeline for you guys.
Whilst he's grabbing the timeline, there's nothing that anybody needs to do today.
Yeah.
So just reading through some of the comments, there's nothing anybody needs to do.
Nothing anyone needs to do. You're all getting your
No
shit.
child's going to get left behind.
No one gets left behind. So how does let's get to the airdrop after this. So what are we doing? Okay. Tokenomics draft is going to be finished by May 23. May 25 to 28, I'm meeting all the nerds in Brisbane, Australia, my hometown, and Caroline too. And we're going to plan and architect the smart contract, and then Jeff's going to go away and build the fucking thing. So on May 28, at the end of that, we'll have the architecture of the smart contract defined. We've got to set up a legal review of this because all this was totally fucking illegal before Trump got in.
Mm.
And we're going to incorporate it in Bahamas for this, but it's really a fig leaf. We need those FINREV modifications for the vault that I described July 1st, the legal structure for the vault July 15, and the smart contract ready for beta test by September the 1st. And then we're going to spend a full month doing third-party technical audits of smart contracts at vast expense. That'll probably cost a couple of $100,000. We're going to launch the pre-launch of the Vault program on October 1st for you guys, and then the full public launch on November 1st. Here's how it works. We're giving the most, by the fucking way, didn't tell anyone.
I saw that.
Didn't tell anyone about this shit. I don't want you to buy it. Don't be cunts and buy it. Don't be cunts. Fucking don't be cunts. But we are now at $50 million market cap, the highest market cap non-native, the highest market cap native coin on the Hyperliquid blockchain. We have overtaken Per and Jeffy and Atan, and we are number 2 on the Hyperliquid market cap charts. We've done a totally fair launch. Anyone can buy this. Anyone can sell it. There's no insider bullshit. There's no VCs. This is the fairest launch since Bitcoin. There's no bullshit with it. You can buy it right now. I don't get anything from that. No one does. It's like if I want it, I have to fucking buy it. We'll get to the tokenomics in a minute. The airdrop. Okay, let's talk about okay. The airdrop is 32% of supply. There's 100 million trend tokens. There will never be any more than 100 million trend tokens. 32 million are going to the airdrop. How will they go to the airdrop? Let me show you a worked example. You're an existing FINREV customer. You're going to get at $100 million valuation, which we'll easily achieve by then, probably much more. You're going to get whatever you spent us at $100 million valuation. So if you spent $3,000, if you spent $2,000, if you spent $6,000, if you spent whatever you fucking spend, if you spent $10,000, whatever you spent with us, you're going to get that. And it works in a point program. So on October the 1st, point program starts. So initially, you guys, let's say you bought FINREV Gold right now for 6,500. You get 6,500 points. You also deposit money into the vault. So if the vault value is 20 million, you get and you deposit 100 grand, you get 100 grand divided by 20 million in points, right?
Okay.
You get those every week until the token generation event, which we're looking at March 1, 2026, but we might move it up earlier or later for market factors. So what we've got to do is launch it into the middle of some bullshit fucking some pump. You don't want to launch it while the vibes are off, right? We got to time it right. I think we all know what a pump looks and feels like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So on March 1, we have the token generation event. So you get all the points that you've got for depositing into the vault. So whatever it is, like 300, 400, 500, blah, 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 blah. At the end of it, because we don't know what each point is going to be worth, we're going to get a final adjustment. So all you FINREV customers get an extra amount of points to take it up to be whatever it is to be so the dollar value is right. So you will all get more than what you've spent with us back at $100 million valuation. And then we start to pump this fucking thing. Then we take it from 100 million to a couple of billion. This is what we fucking do. And here's how we're going to fucking do it. We're going to have $18 million worth of investor sales. Those investors get a discount. They get a 50% discount. What for? They get a 50% discount for buying a 365-day T-WAP. That happens on chain. So we're effectively taking $18 million and every day we're buying extra of the token. So we're gonna artificially generate demand. So here's the tokenomics. We've got, actually that should be 18 investor sales, 2% partnerships. Don't hold me to any of this, by the way. None of this is legally binding. This is just what we're planning. But the airdrop won't change. So Hyperliquid did a 31% airdrop. I want to go one better. I want to go 32. Now, what's the big problem with fucking airdrops, Maurizio?
Everybody sells, man, when they get the freaking airdrop. That's
everybody sells when they get the freaking and the second thing is they're easy to gain. Like you just click and interact the fucking thing. You're farming it. You're adding no value. To participate in our airdrop, you have to deposit money to the fucking vault or be an existing FINREV customer. If you don't deposit money to the fucking vault, can't fucking help you. So there's no way that someone with a $10 account can just go click farming every day and earn money. That just doesn't happen. That can't happen. We're going to have $50 million in this fucking thing, right? And we're going to share $32 million worth of coins between $50 million worth of capital. That's what we're going to do. We're going to allocate $5 million to market makers, 5% to market makers. We've got 3 lined up. We probably want a couple of sketchy ones as well. We've got 3 very highly integrity ones. We probably want some of the number go up fucking Russian scammy wash trader types as well in the mix. Just saying, what we're about here is making this number go up and making it go up in a way that's not just a pump and dump, that's a sustainable multi-cycle thing. Okay. What does the team get? The team, you, me, Ian, Maurizio. What do we fucking get? We get 25% of it, which is on the low side. The usual range is 30 to 40%. So I'm sorry, guys, we're taking less than is standard. But we're also breaking the team 25% down as follows. So 10%, 6-month cliff, 2-year vest, which is standard. So sorry, guys, you can't cheat your insider tokens on day one. Just can't. It's 2 years until I can cash out, 2 years until you can cash out, 2 years until Ian can cash out fully. We've got to keep it going for the good of the for the good of the fam.
Oh,
right?
Definitely.
Like otherwise, and this is all in the smart contract. Otherwise, you can be damn sure that I'll fucking cheat. If I can cheat for $100 million, of course I'll dump on you. So will Maurizio. He'll dump $10 million on your fucking heads. Ian, fucking...
I'm trying to do it now.
$10 million. Yeah. So you can't trust us not to dump on your heads. You just can't. Whatever I say, that all changes when there's $100 million, $200 million, $1 billion in the pile. What if there's $1 billion in the pile? You really think I won't dump on your heads to become a billionaire? Of course I fucking will. So you have to make it so I can't. That's just the truth of it. 10% is on a 6-month cliff, 2-year vest. So no one can just auto dump. 7.5% AUM targets. So we only get vested our coins if we grow the vault, if we grow the AUM, if we grow the business, if we grow the trend income. So in other words, if I don't do my fucking job, and Maurizio doesn't do his job, and Ian doesn't do his job, and Caroline doesn't do her job, and all the nerds don't do their job, we're getting fucking nothing. And that's the way it should be. So what we're trying to do is change the game here and make it so that our incentives are aligned with your incentive. Does that make sense? 7.5% is a rolling 6-month sharp. So if the vault doesn't fucking perform like I say it's going to perform, if it doesn't make money for its customers, I don't get any fucking money, and nor should I, by the way, and nor fucking should I. So here's the catch. What's the target for the rolling 6-month sharp? Well, I think we're going to set a reasonably ambitious target of the same as Renaissance Technologies, who are the best hedge fund ever to do it in the last ever. So we're going to set a rolling 6-month sharp target of 2.0. If we don't hit a 2.0 rolling 6-month sharp target, we don't get our fucking coins and we can't ever cash out. The catch also is if we do hit a rolling 6-month sharp of 2, you'd be fucking nuts to pull your money out because it's earning so much fucking money, right? So what we're doing is we're incentivizing the founders not to dump on the users and the holders. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. What's this foundation bullshit? Well, it's an 18% prudent reserve in case we fuck up, in case shit happens, like that hyperliquid exploiter. The other day, they made it good with their foundation. So this foundation is a reserve for fuck-ups. How does this get allocated? Do I just get to say, fuck it, there was a fuck-up, I'll just give myself some money? Fuck no. We're setting up a DAO, a distributed autonomous organization. In other words, you guys get to vote on it. We don't know how that's going to be done yet. There's a couple of different DAO mechanisms. We're looking at the best ones. If anyone has ideas, fucking all ears. Maurizio, if you have ideas about DAO voting, all ears. But the whole basic idea is that we can't allow this thing to be set up like some insider gameable fucking pump and dump bullshit. We've got 2% set aside for partnerships in the future, shit that we might want to do that's going to make us all money, and we all vote on it we might want to employ some new people. We might want to, I don't know, whatever the fuck we might want to do, but there's shit we're going to want to do, right? Like, and we're going to, and some of that shit that we're going to want to do, we're going to need fucking money for, and you guys get to vote on it and say yay or no. Not me, you.
Nice.
Anyone in the chat think that this isn't a totally fair fucking thing? Like, what I'm trying to do is align everyone's interests. So I want to get rich. I'm unashamed that I want to get really fucking rich, monstrously rich. But what I want to do is set it up so the only way I can get what I want is by making all of you guys rich as well. And I think that's
which is completely doable. Like,
it's completely.
The beauty of crypto is that you have all the mechanisms, the DAOs, all the sort of stuff. So this is essentially
And
Yeah, this is
Hyperliquid
great.
blockchain is the best fucking blockchain to do it on. It's the fastest growing ecosystem. It's the best technology. It's the most hyped thing. And if we're the number one native coin in Hyperliquid and Hyperliquid goes to $200, what the fuck is going to happen to us?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so what we're doing is, you know, when the Vikings landed in England, the first fucking thing they did was burn the boats. No one's pushing out. We fight or we die. And we fight or we die together.
Nice.
Ready to go war in?
I mean,
fuck yeah.
I mean,
We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to pump this thing to multiple $billion, and we're all going to retire with generational wealth. By the way, you put your money in the Trend Vault. That's going to be a so generous thing. You're not just going to earn from the vault. The airdrop is going to be bullshit. Like as good as Hyperliquid airdrop was, right? So fucking get on it. I'm going to get on it. I'm going all in with my own money. FinRev has underperformed the last 6 months because Trend hasn't performed. That's the way it does. Trend goes sideways for long periods of time and shoots up. That's also what we're trying to solve with faster execution and more features. So right now, James is quanting a bunch of new features. And hopefully, instead of something that goes, which as we all know is incredibly fucking frustrating, right? Incredibly frustrating. What we want is something that looks more like straight up and to the right.
Which is definitely doable, but by improving the speed of the execution, definitely just by doing that, I think there's a high chance that definitely that's going to outperform. Well, definitely.
It opens up things that we can't do now that work. But for example, we know that aggression, the EMA of the volume, aggression features are highly predictive, but our execution isn't good enough right now to take advantage. We know that 30-minute seasonality is very, very real. Like whether or not it went up or down in the last 30 minutes over the last 30 days is highly predictive of whether it goes up or down on the same 30-minute block tomorrow.
Exactly. That's kind of what I use as well. Like that's kind of one of the things that I use for trading on 30 minutes, because obviously that's really accurate, it's really predictive in a way. Yeah. But obviously it's really fast, can change quite often rapidly. So obviously you need to be spot on.
So there's some questions in the thing. How do we best optimize the Trend airdrop? You stick your money in the vault. That's how you do it. There's no way to game it. There's no way for me to game it. Now, if there was some special click formula that you could do this, this, and this, and this, and get extra fucking Trend airdrop, what do you think me and all my mates and everyone who works for the fucking company would be doing? They'd be fucking stealing blind. And that money doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from the users. So what we're doing is we're making it a very ungameably fair airdrop. The only way to get it is to stick money in the vault or be an existing FinRev customer. That's or you don't have to do both. You can be but the existing FinRev customers are going to get a fucking huge advantage because they should. Because we didn't take any VC money. Usually VCs take 40% of the money of these coins, right? And what the VCs do is they have it in the terms that they can stake their own coins, and the emissions are unlocked. So what they get is they stake their 40% of supply for 2 years while they build the project, and then as soon as it's launched, they sell. And so that guarantees number go down. So what we're doing is saying the quiet part out loud. We're making number go up technology. What do you need for a number to go up? What do we need to make a pump? Well, we need to have more buyers than sellers, right? How do we do that? Well, for a start, we don't let any VCs anywhere near the fucking thing because they're going to sell, right?
Yeah.
The next thing we do is we don't give the founders, as in me, access to the money straight away because I'm going to fucking dump on you if I can. Like, that's like, let's just be honest. It's just too much money not to dump. Like honestly, if someone offers me $1 billion to fucking dump on you, I'll take it. But so we have to make it so that I can't do that until you guys have got your shit. Which means that the only way for me to get any money at all, let alone generational wealth, is to fucking deliver. And believe me, if I've got no choice, if my back's to the wall, if I've burnt the boats, I'm one of those get rich or die trying motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like those who know me will attest.
Mm-hmm.
Non-FINREV members can deposit to the Trend Vault. Absolutely. It launches. Let's go to the time frame. October 1st, it launches. Depending on market conditions, we'll launch the token generation event. It's where you convert points, go to tokens. We're aiming for March 1. We might move it up a little bit or back a little bit. Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be an airdrop bonus for moving funds to Hyperliquid. Definitely. So existing FINREV customers who move their funds across, this is the optimal strategy. You know, what we have to do is incentivize the people who got us here. Because I started this company with your money, the money that you guys gave me. I built it with the money that all of you gave me. So you guys need to be incentivized and rewarded. You know, all my dogs can eat, all of them. The Trend Vault is different than the FINREV accounts, yes. And yeah, fuck by a bit. God, what a pain in the ass. If you take 40K in Hyperliquid and stick it into the vault, which you can do on Hyperliquid, yes, that's exactly what you should do. Jim Shilby, if a US customer can move over from DYDX to Hyperliquid via, yes, can.
Mm-hmm.
And you should. It'll be a lot better. Mm-hmm. It'll be a lot better, guys. It'll be more money, and operationally, it's less simple. It's less complex. There's less to go wrong. There's one thing to watch instead of 2,000 things to watch.
Nice.
Pretty fucking good plan, right?
Yeah, man, I love it. Love it.
What you like about Scott? Say he can come up with an elaborate plan.
I think it's gonna be great, man. That's fantastic. Yeah, yep. Finally we're gonna be there. The top crypto stuff, man. Yep.
By this time next year, we're all gonna be fucking.
That will be a different story. Yeah,
it's gonna be a different game, guys.
Yeah,
different fucking game.
And the beauty of the FINREV, you know, is that God works both ways. If market shits itself, then you make money as well, which is the beauty of it. You're right. Like that's kind of like not a lot of systems do that. So that's the beauty, man. That's definitely a beauty.
Yeah, open to ideas, open to suggestions on the tokenomics, especially. I think we've got the team allocation down as low as we can get it without, you know, ripping off the people who are working on it. It's certainly the lowest team allocation that I've ever seen. We've got no VCs who have to be paid off, so that allows us to do the most generous airdrop. We've launched it without, you notice that we launched it without telling any of you motherfuckers. I didn't do a webinar. I didn't tell anyone. In fact, I'm telling you cunts, don't be cunts and buy it. Don't. I'm going to give it to you. Don't buy it. I'm going to give it to you.
Mm.
Okay?
I'll be having this grin on my face.
We take our existing FINREV sales machine with the scammy ads and the VSLs and the emails and all that bullshit, and we turn that on to bringing more people to buy our bags. What do you think it's going to do when I get $50 million worth of buying pressure a year added to the mix?
Oh, man, it's going to just go nuts. And on top of that, that's going to go into the vault, right? And on top of that, that's going to make money. And that's sort of like a circle.
It's a virtuous circle, and
the virtual perpetual machine, right?
And yeah, I call it the self-sucking penis. We're going to pay people. Who doesn't want a self-sucking penis? So
build bridges.
So I'm going to pay bridges. I'm going to pay you in USDC to stake Trend token, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to incentivize people so heavily to do that it's going to be so much money for holding trend token and not selling it. That what are we going to do? We're going to stop cunts from selling it. If cunts stop selling it, then what has to happen to the price? We're going to have a very, very low float, very high fully diluted value coin. Now, a pudgy Jewish man called Sam Bankman-Fried showed us that that's absolutely the optimal way to pump a coin, right?
Yep. Yep. That's beautiful. No, sounds good, man. Sounds good. Excited. That's sounds amazing. Definitely.
Yeah. Todd, you can't. You fucking you can't. Don't fucking buy it. You can't.
Yeah, there's this thing that when Scott says "don't buy trend," everyone.
He's one of those things that just.
I'm not telling you how to buy it. You're shitting in my fucking cornflakes, you assholes. I'm fucking, because I'm trying to do these investor deals, selling it to them at $100 million valuation. If you can't pump it past that, it's going to cause me all kinds of fucking awkward conversations. So don't, please.
We're all going to get filthy, filthy rich. Whatever your weirdest, crankiest, most bizarre fetish and fantasy is, you'll be able to.
Dolphin hookers. I'm going to buy dolphin hookers. Dolphin pussy goes so hard, man.
God, man. I don't even want to imagine that thing, man. You know, I won't be able to sleep tonight after hearing that stuff, man. Yeah.
We're going to use so much coke that dolphin hookers are going to look fucking great.
Oh man. No, awesome. That sounds good, man. That sounds good. I think I'm excited. I'm excited for that launch, man. I'm excited.
It's cool. All right, good. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. I reckon it's
good. Yeah.
One time for all the marbles. Let's do it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Hyperliquid for FinRev, we're testing this week. It is working. We've been testing it with our own money last week. We should be good to go by the end of the week. I've got a meeting with the nerds today where I'm telling them all that they're all getting fucking millions of dollars in fucking trend tokens. So they're going to be happy. I should get some good productivity out of them this week.
There you go.
Nice.
Profit target still 95 for Hype. Yes, my first profit target is 96 actually for Hype. I can show you mine if you like. Going to take me too long to find, but anyway, I'm scaling out between $96 and $200.
I think that's a good. Yeah, me too. Doing the same plan, pretty much.
Ian, can you post the FinRev link in the chat, please?
Yeah. Which link?
I don't know. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna do some exercise.
No worries. Have fun, man.
See you, boys.
See you.
Right. Oh, I see. For Anthony. Anthony.
Yeah, I think the FinRev joining. I think so.
Okay, just grabbing that now. Whew.
After all that, man, I'm done. I don't want to trade for like I'm just gonna wait for the freaking trend and then that's it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, spending too much time on the markets and things like that is gonna be so. Yeah, but anyway, love trading, so I'm going to keep trading until the money's here. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim, I'm with you. What's the point of trading then? You know, like what the fucking point of trading is? Spend it every single day here looking at the markets, you know, things like that. What's the whole point of it, right? Shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know, Marlon. I know, you know me, mate. Yeah, I'll be trading like I'll be trading anyway. Yeah, not that often, but definitely I will be. Yeah, that's no questions asked. Yeah. Man.
Well,
all right.
It was a ball of energy, wasn't it? So
I know, man.
We've got about 10 minutes. So
all right, 10 minutes. Let me. So I'm gonna do it quite quick, right? Because obviously market's been very good, right? We had good trades last week, so that's good. Let me just yeah, I'll just do it quickly. Things that I'm looking that looks interesting. So let me just go through. You guys see my screen now?
We can.
I'll go through a quick review and things like that. So where I'm at, obviously Bitcoin, you know, there's no signs of retracements. That doesn't mean that the retracement might happen at any given time. So a lot of people are waiting for retracements. The problem with bull markets, if we are in the real bull markets, is we might never get a freaking retracement. So it gets really difficult to start timing your stop losses. That's the downside. Obviously, if you start buying a spot, that's a different story. But if you start doing leverage trades, then let's say that you want to go and start buying a 104. Where do you put the stop loss? So you can actually get whipsaw quite often, in terms of your stop losses if you do it here. But if you have continuation, then it's worth taking the risk. That's kind of my take of where we are at the moment. So we are in a very strong momentum sort of market, but we are approaching to all-time highs. So all-time highs always, there is not always, right? There is a high probability that we at least get a little bit of retracement all-time highs, right? It's highly unlikely that it will break the first time. If we look at, previous times, like every time that we get all-time highs, you get a little bit of usually market needs to build that momentum to actually break on a sustainable rally. And that's, that doesn't need to happen that way, by the way, you know what I mean? But usually that's what it happens, because imagine people that bought here and if they are all-time highs, they say, at least take some profits, which, that's completely sensible, right? And then you get people breaking up, and then that generates liquidity for people that actually bought earlier to actually get out of the markets, and then and so forth. And then if we have a sustainability of prices here, and then, something like that could be the most likely case to happen. Can this happen like this, just in one straight line? Yeah, definitely can. So those kinds of, can this actually pull back all the way back to this area? Yeah. So we have all those possibilities in the looks. So I'm just timing to see if we can actually get really good trades. So last week was quite good in terms of trades that we've taken. So we took some profits already. Let me just go through those first, and then let me just delete it. Anyway, so in terms of the trades that we were over the week, so LDO still good. We already took some profits. Stop loss here, out of risk. We have Pengu on, still good. We have Cookie on, still good. It hasn't taken us out yet. We have Popcat. These all risk-free trades already. So this is the kind of trades that I really like to take, in where we are definitely positioned and we are already out of risk. There is no risk. If you already took profits and moved the stop loss, then you have no risk. Like anything that goes here, like if we are on a bull run and markets start ripping to the upside, it's just, so where will I be taking more profit? So Pengu, this line around here, around the 22 area, that's going to be taking more profit there, and then start moving my stop loss and so forth. Cookie, I was expecting a little bit more upside, but then around the 30 cents, I start taking more profits. And Popcat, around this chunk here, this liquidity chunk around here, around the 78, like 80 cents, give or take, I will take another chunk of profits, and then I'll ride the rest. That's kind of the plan for those ones. So yeah, good week. Obviously cannot take everything at once, right? I wish I had more risk. Like that's my risk limit. I have a few trades on for high leverage, because if market comes down, then you're risking a lot. So that's that. Last week was a very simple way to buy whatever you want, and then everything went up. So what I'm looking, right? What I'm paying close attention is obviously the same suspects. So say to send, we already sent order. This is the one that I'm taking, an AI 16 set, obviously. But then I'm just doing a little bit of research in terms of tokens that have been launched, right? Tokens that have been launched, and obviously they were launched at a bad moment when the market actually started crashing down. So with these projects, right, usually there is a high likelihood that we are going to get at least back to listing price. So that's kind of the same thing of Neil. So remember Neil, it was launched 20th of March, obviously market, what Scott just mentioned, airdropped. Neil airdropped a bunch of tokens to users. The first thing that they do is sell it, right? So obviously that brings market down. And then what we're trying to measure here is when they stop selling, and then that will be a good time to buy. So we bought this one. I'm gonna add more. I'm targeting listing price, so it's a good one. So projects like this are the ones that I'm focusing on at the moment. Like doing a small list. So I have pick, right? Project this one was launched on the 12th of November. Got a little bit of rally, then got a sell down here. So, but it might come back down to listing, right? So you can start seeing that it starts to break in structure, right? And the good thing is, because there is a lot of sellers that are exhausted, then there is a high likelihood that you have manipulation. So market could pump up quite quickly, right? For any back holders to actually get, liquidity out to the outside. And that's going to attract more people to buy that stuff. That's kind of the whole thesis behind all these new tokens launched. And then when market come back, usually at least will come back to listing price. Can this actually keep moving to the upside? Yes. So if we get positioned here, right, then take some profit, move stop loss, and guess what? You're out of risk. That's the type of trade that I really, really like. So we have pick. I have ELX. This is the Elixir. This is a pretty good project. It has a lot of liquidity. In terms of the upside, it's producing a lot of liquidity for DeFi projects in terms of what is it called? Same thing that Orderly is doing. Liquidity for DeFi, perpetual contract trading, right? So they're doing the same thing. They work with Orderly. So I will expect this that at least will go back to listing price. I'm tracking this one. So very simple. You start measuring that breaks the structure, and then there is a highly likelihood that it will get a bull run. These ones will move as well. Vana, same deal, same structure, right? You can see the gist. Fuel, same thing, but this one is a little bit funny in terms of the structure, but it's very, very close to listing price. But this is kind of like a deviation. I really like this one in terms of the structure, the price structure. So looking at that one, looking at Bio. So Bio is a very interesting project. This is kind of one of my favorites, but it's quite illiquid at the moment, but it's at a very, very good level to risk on. So this one, and then I have Wall as well. So yeah, just want to give you these sort of ones that I'm tracking, right? I'm not saying you should go and buy everything now. I'm just tracking, see what the structure will look like and stuff like that. So I think these ones could be quite interesting in terms of massive pull up. So yeah, besides that, guys, obviously, hopefully we keep the momentum to the upside. If we break, if Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, let me just go back here, then there will be definitely very, very exciting news, and alts are going to go nuts. So I'm preparing for that. So I'm just making the list of stuff that I want to get into it, but it's not a bad idea to start getting positioned, which we already started getting positioned on these ones, which is good. Okay, so yeah, besides that, nothing else, guys. That's about it.
Nice. Okay then.